Alright, my name's Rob Flatt, and it's a new year, and I'm ready for some changes in my life. Now, I'm not trying to brag here, I just want to tell you the facts of the story before I get started. I've been tattooing for about 18 years now, and I've owned my own business for about 10. In that time, I've been able to build a successful business with a beautiful studio located in Atlanta. I'm about to close on my condo overlooking Buckhead, while I've been able to drive some of the most exotic supercars in the world while I daily drive a Lamborghini. So why would I walk away from all that? Through a lot of hard work and late nights, I've been able to accomplish every goal I put in front of myself. But it's come to a point where I want more than just the material things in life that I acquire. Since I've opened my studio, I've been working 7 days a week, and life's become Groundhog's Day to me. I've lost my passion, and to be quite honest, I'm just burnt out. I need a break and change in my life that'll bring back the passion I once had. My son's going to be turning 18 at the end of the year, and at that point, I will accomplish my last task. He's going to be able to direct his own life from that point, and I'm going to start traveling the world for a year, doing a little soul searching and figuring things out for myself. Over the next year, I'm going to be downsizing my life, selling my business, selling my Lamborghini, and getting my condo ready to rent out. Now, I've made some videos in the past with friends for fun, and a few of them did well, but I really never had the time to dedicate to a YouTube channel. But I feel now would be the perfect opportunity to be creative with photography, video editing, and storytelling while documenting this process. Plus, I'm a bit concerned what I'm going to do with myself if I don't find a hobby to keep me occupied, once I no longer have work and a routine to keep me busy. I like to drink and party, and it can become a slippery slope. I put a lot of thought on this and have a loose plan so far, but a lot can change in 12 months, so let's see how this plays out. I'll talk to you next month. Now, it's a big decision for me to sell this shop or possibly even close it. I've worked extremely hard over the years to build this place up. But now, we all heard the saying, life is like a book, and you can't move on from one chapter till you turn the page to the next. And I really feel it's that time to turn the page. This is a really good book, by the way. I'll be honest, it's going to be sad to turn the page of this chapter. This studio has been one of my proudest accomplishments. But I really just want a simpler life at this point. This is a bit nostalgic for me here. Almost 10 years ago, I turned the page to the last chapter of my life and quit a very good job to go out on my own. And to be honest, it was a bit scary. I didn't know if I was going to be successful, but I knew it was time for a change. And that's how I'm feeling now. And to be honest, I'm more excited than I've been in a long time. Now, I'm still a bit hesitant. I could be walking away from one of the best things I've ever done for myself. But there's no guarantees in life, and I'd rather try something and fail than not try at all. Talk to you next month.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Okay, it's March, and I have a lot to do before the end of the year. Now, I'm a single dad to a 17-year-old son, and something I feel obligated to do is teach this kid how to drive before the end of the year. This generation seems to have absolutely no interest in driving unless it's on their PlayStation. Now, I started taking off 2 days a week for the first time in years, and I'm going to use this time to try to find my son a car and surprise him with it. I'm hoping if I surprise him with a car, it's going to motivate him to drive. But I'm going to have to keep my fingers crossed on that one. Alright, yesterday I was looking at a few Honda Civics for my son. Today I'm going to look at a few more. Hopefully I'm going to purchase one. He has no clue, so I'm going to be excited to surprise him with it. My son's 17 years old. I spent most of the day looking at Hondas after Honda. I think I found him a good one. I'm going to clean it up, and hopefully he's going to like it. Alright, that went pretty well. He really seemed surprised and happy. And it's something I really get to see a lot of. It was really rewarding for me as a dad to be able to do that for him. All right, I'll talk to you next month. So I started telling my friends and family about selling my studio to travel the world. And everyone's big question is why? Why? Now it's taken me a minute to articulate my why, but this is what I come up with. So are you good at your job? Yeah, me too. I'm great at my job. But when I first started tattooing, I wasn't. It was so exciting for me. There was so much for me to learn, not only the technical side, but the history and the culture of the business as well. In the beginning, I was growing by leaps and bounds and getting better every day. And when I opened my first studio, I felt the same way. I was growing and I was learning. But after 18 years of tattooing, it's hard to top what you've already done. So lately I've been watching and re-editing some of my older travel videos, and it's really been putting a smile on my face. I love visiting these old memories, and I love the creative outlet it gives me. And if you've seen some of my older videos, you can clearly tell there's plenty of room for growth and improvement, and I'm excited about that. So something else I'm really excited about is this Procreate app. Now I've been using this app for years to make line drawings for my tattoos, but I've never really used it for anything else. After tattooing all day, 7 days a week, the last thing I was wanting to do is draw for fun. But I've been taking more time off and started drawing a logo for my channel, and I fell in love with the capabilities of this app. I've been staying up late and waking up early and really excited about the projects on my plate. And that's how I used to feel about tattooing, and that's why I need to step away for a minute. Alright, it's May and it's been a busy month. To start, I sold my Lamborghini. Now I did make a little profit on that deal, and I didn't want to go all summer without an exotic. So I called a good friend of mine and seen if he wanted to go on a road trip to Pennsylvania to pick up another one. It was a great trip up there, and it was good to catch up with an old friend. We spent the night and woke up early the next day and got the trailer ready to be loaded up. After making the deal, we loaded up the trailer and we were on our way. We were making good time and looking forward to getting back home. But then we were passing through Delaware. So things were going good, but the truck broke down. We're stuck on the side of the road. I think we're gonna have to spend the night here. I don't know what we're gonna do. As the situation was, we couldn't have broke down in a better spot. My friend called his dad, and his dad had a friend right across the street from where we broke down and had a diesel mechanic who worked for him. He had us back on the road the next morning. Now, we were running a day behind, but things were looking up until we got to Virginia. All right, we're here in Virginia and we're broke down again. I don't know what we're gonna do. We're looking for a diesel mechanic. We haven't had any luck. It is what it is though. It's what makes life an adventure. Well, we got lucky again. We found a local mechanic who really went above and beyond to go out of his way to get us back on the road within just a few hours. After a long drive and a bit of an adventure, we finally made it home around 3 a.m. and unloaded the truck. In the end, we made it back safe with my second Lamborghini, which has been my dream car. Now, like I mentioned, it's been a very busy month. I sold my first Lamborghini and bought my second. I'm very proud and happy to say I closed on my condo today. Talk to you next month. Alright, it's June and I officially put my shop up for sale. And I'll be honest, it's been a little irritating. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry who thinks it'd be cool to own a tattoo studio has been contacting me, offering the lowest offers ever. But the fact of the matter is on paper, my studio makes no money because I write everything off. And people have to take my word for what the studio makes. And no bank is going to give a loan for a studio that makes no money on paper. So it's a rare person that's going to buy my studio that has to have cash in hand. Worst case scenario, I'll have to cash out on my security deposit and my last month's rent on my lease with this studio and then just part everything out. We'll see what happens though. So something that's been bothering me lately is people telling me about how lucky I am. Lucky that I get to retire, lucky that I get to travel the world. But to be honest, luck has nothing to do with it. I've worked extremely hard to get where I'm at. This business I have, I built it from absolutely nothing. I've been in business for 9 years, and everything I've had is from hard work. When I first started tattooing, nobody wanted to let me in. No one wanted to teach me how. I had to pay $5,000 to get into an apprenticeship, which was absolutely worthless. I actually had to learn how to tattoo from friends after the fact, but that's a story for another time. The fact is that I've worked hard to get into the tattoo game, and I've worked my ass off to get where I'm at. I've worked around much better artists and picked up as much as I could along the way. But nothing was given to me, and luck had absolutely nothing to do with it. All right, enough of that. We're about halfway through the year. Next couple months, I'm going to be downsizing as much as possible, getting all this little knickknacks and stuff together that I need to, getting rid of anything I need to, and hopefully sell this shop. If not, downsize it enough to pack into a small storage container and sell the rest. Let's see what happens. Talk to you next month.